here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Walker kicks to Howard. Here's Williams. Second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, and when Howard loads up inside, I think the defense is smart to foul and send him to the line.
That free throw, no good.
You heard a lot of legends saying Dwight Howard should dominate in the post. I think he still can on the defensive end, not so much on the offensive end.
Bradley. And Drummond kicks to Johnson. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
You know, Steve, even at his peak, Dwight Howard probably dominated more with force than with finesse, perhaps.
You're so correct. He dominated with defense, rebounding, and finishing with power. That was enough to make him a superstar. He's never been the most skilled offensively. He hasn't needed to be.
Now, here's Howard. Outside for Batum. 6 to shoot. Howard misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Inside. Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Williams has got his first basket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
Here's Walker. After the made shot from Andre Drummond. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Howard. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Johnson with the block. Stolen by Walker. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Back to Batum. Shoots over Bradley. Here's Howard. Rejected by Harris.
You don't see a lot of block shots from Harris, so enjoy that one.
Back to Jackson. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. On the wing, Batum. Charlotte moving the ball around. Nice move. Here's Howard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well. And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
Kid Gilchrist, no luck. Pistons leading by 4. Johnson dishes to Harris. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Harris. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
And stolen by Drummond. Drummond with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Johnson kicks to Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Howard setting the pick. for Walker. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And Howard sets such vicious screens. It's like running into a brick wall.
Here's Bradley. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Right side, Williams. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Now here's Walker. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. There's the dish to Batum. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Howard. And stolen by Harris. 4 seconds left. And slam dunk by Harris.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Pistons lead. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
I'm a huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
On the floor for Detroit, Smith and Bradley are together in the backcourt. Johnson and Harris are at the forward spots. And it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. And Stanley Johnson, the youngster out of Arizona, grew up in Los Angeles where he was the high school player of the year. You know, Steve, he hasn't had the easiest time adjusting to the NBA, but he certainly has room to improve. And right now the offense just isn't there for him.
You know, the question is, people are saying, is time ticking away for Stanley to prove that he's a rotation player? He's kind of predictable on offense. People pushes him to go right because he only goes right. Just hasn't developed the way the team was hoping for.
And Drummond kicks to Johnson. And stolen by Howard. Takes the 13-footer. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Drummond. Harris has got the lead up to 10 now for Detroit. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smith kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Johnson. Back to Harris. Passes it to Johnson. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Clock at 6. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with a strong move for the potential +1.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Pistons.
Do you see the frame on Andre Drummond? Easy for me to see why he can shed off so many defenders inside. He's incredibly strong. Hard to stop when he gets near the rim.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he could make them pay. Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
And the strength of Andre Drummond, you talked about it, Steve, it's not just upper body, but lower body as well. He can open up a lot of space if he gets the ball down low.
You know, once he gets it in the paint, there's nothing you can do. His footwork off the block is coming along well. It's a process for him to refine his moves.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, you have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. Those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough, they're going to battle. Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. DA, thank you so much. Here's Johnson. Drummond a screen. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 12.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets trail by 8. And it's sent back by Drummond.
The foot speed to get in position, the quickness of the jump. Drummond with raw talent as a shot blocker.
Johnson the screen. Galloway the pass to Brantley. Feeds it to Galloway. Poke loose. And Batum kicks to Williams. Not going to go that time. And it's Detroit the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Lamb is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And a switcher also for Detroit. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Langston Galloway. And the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. Over Jackson. Walker missing again.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And Drummond kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lamb. No good on the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Is Smith. He's checked in for Brantley. Smith with it. Williams picks him up. And the basket by Jackson. Steve, so much of being a great offensive player is learning to draw contact and work yourself to the free throw line. When you look at the league right now, who are some of the best in the league, in your estimation, doing that?
James Harden is one of those guys. He gets to the line, double-digit figures sometimes, free throw attempts. DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Russell Westbrook, because he's such a guy that's in attack mode and he likes contact. The guys who like contact, they get to the line a lot.
It's blocked. Left side Walker. On the wing, Lamb. Shot clock reset for Charlotte. Down low. Tries again. Some solid defense from Harris.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
To the paint. Unloads. And sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back with his impressive vertical.
Monk's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Tolliver's checked in.
And you see the coach saying, no, no, no. Then yes, yes, yes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Howard with the stuff.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they pick up 2.
And
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
To the inside. Howard with a screen on Smith.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a second half just about to get going here. Now here's Jackson. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Monk in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And it's Drummond missing. Hornets trailed by 10.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
Tolliver kicks to Johnson. Tolliver the pass to Drummond. And he lays it straight in. Drummond's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
2 points. That one goes. Bradley's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Lamb kicks to Howard. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Walker. To the middle. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Johnson dishes to Drummond. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
Hornets trail by 12. Outside, Walker. Some solid defense from Johnson. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Tolliver for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Over in the corner, Lamb. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Lamb's got his first bucket in this one.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Johnson outside. He kicks it to Tolliver. Down low. Here's Drummond. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Bradley. And he jams it with authority.
Bradley has some long strides, eats up ground in a hurry.
You know, Stephen, I think of Stan Van Gundy, I think of versatile, because we all know he's the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, but he's in charge of all their personnel moves, too. This guy's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, he does. I mean, when you start to look at it, he's wearing 2 hats. And one thing, he's doing a good job trying to run his organization from a management standpoint and also from a coach's standpoint. So far, so good for Stan.
He hits the second from the line. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta. A team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Shot from 12. And Howard with the stuff.
Not easy to wrap up Howard, one of the strongest players in the league.
So for the Pistons, Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Stanley Johnson. Tolliver kicks to Bradley. Here's Marjanovic. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Kicks to Monk. Corner shot. The Hornets rebound. Howard, the pass to Monk. Got a hand on it. That's tipped. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Hornets trail by 14. Here's Walker. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bradley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bradley's got 8 points.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Jackson kicks to Marjanovic. And the shot goes down. 5 points in the game.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Now here's Bradley. Not a lot of room. It's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Bradley. Launches a three. And it's Bullock missing.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
And the Hornets making a change here. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. Then for the Pistons, Harris is checked in for Tolliver. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Another one for Avery, a steady performer who's having a terrific night.
Walker dishes to Williams. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Harris.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Charlotte. Monk comes in for Jeremy Lamb.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Walker in the corner. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Walker.
Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Pass to Bradley. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Detroit making a switch here. Lewis checked in. Hornets trail by 17. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Galloway kicks to Bradley. And he dunks it down.
Effective off the ball. Bradley showing he can handle it as well.
Outside, Batum. Monk. Lays it up and banks it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
What a performance for Avery Brett. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Hornets trail by 19. So often in the NBA, we see Smitty, a new backcourt tandem, take some time to get used to each other and how they play, and where they like to catch it, they like to shoot it. And as a former guard, just how difficult is that chemistry to gather in, to get that backcourt mate that you trust and know so much about?
It is difficult, and then when you find that guy that you vibe with, I think the guy for me starting off was Mookie Blaylock. Getting a chance to have him be my point guard, we just knew each other. You have signals, kind of where you just to each other and you understand eye contact, and that's when the chemistry is built. And then when one of you guys are traded to another team, finding that chemistry again is totally hard. The two guys I had the best chemistry with, Ryan Shaw and Mookie Blaylock.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Reggie Bullock is out there with John Lure. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Galloway in the point guard position.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
Lure can't hit.
A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open from mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
A different look here for Detroit. Andre Drummond comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Johnson in for Reggie Bullock. Down low. Batum with the steal. Monk, the pass to Williams. Picked him clean. Here's Bradley. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Inside in traffic, Bradley doesn't care. Feels he can score now in any situation.
Williams dishes to Walker. Howard draws the double. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's 18 points for Dwight Howard.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Johnson. Back to Drummond. He feeds it to Lure. Williams with the block. Monk kicks to Howard. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Drummond. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Williams passes to Howard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Lamb dishes to Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Johnson kicks to Lure. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Here's Lamb. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Johnson. There's the feed to Drummond. Outside for Jackson. Here's Lure. Back to Drummond. Johnson wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. Charlotte moving it around. Batum, good.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Stolen by Walker. And it's blocked by Bradley. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. So it's the Hornets now. It's a 14-point game. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Here's Drummond. And it's sent back by Howard. And Drummond throws it down. Dishes it to Lamb. Back to Walker. From downtown. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
There's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's now 11 points for Williams.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Drummond. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Pistons lead by 11.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
Inside. Howard kicks to Lamb. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Detroit.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Avery Bradley.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was an alpha dog on the offensive end.
Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. Stolen by Lure.
Hey, close out on Avery.
Bradley kicks to Johnson. There's the dish to Lure. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Williams gets the bucket.
Taking a workman-like approach inside. That's the shot you want.
Outside Jackson. From deep. And so it's Detroit with the W. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.